Hello everyone, I'm Amari and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Where we left off, I had a few things that I need to do, so I really want to figure out like this drug trade thing going on. I have a feeling I have to talk to this guy. We already have the body down from Measurehead? What was his name? Measurehead? Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna go investigate the body as well. So that's what we're gonna do first. And then wherever else this game takes us, that's where we're gonna go, because this game, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting sidetracked constantly, and it's lovely. I love it. Let's go talk to this guy. Also, I wonder, could I cash my check anywhere or only with bartender? I keep calling him bartender. I know he's the cafeteria manager, but I prefer calling him bartender.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man, too.
Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain.
Any idea who
Have
killed...
any more questions?
Sorry.
I'm set to talk.
Sorry, I get ahead of myself. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dockworkers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Why would I say, did you kill him? I don't think he killed him. Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
None of this is to do with the lorryman. I don't want to ask for the key, but I should ask for the key because Everard's going to ask mañana if I got the key. So if I'm going to lie, I'm going to have to ask for the key.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Wink.
Polar weasel? Oh. I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know.
Oh, I remember that door.
Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Man, I wanted to open that door for like curiosity because I'm like, I want to know what's in there, but now I can't because I'm gonna look like I'm part of this weird, like...
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
The janitor. His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll get home?
I'm more of a philosophical dockworker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
How large a share would you like?
All of it.
All of it?
However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in Southeast
extreme.
Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Are you, communist?
No.
Oh.
I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Cool, I don't have anything to add to that.
And none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that.
The bossman, Everard, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyways?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political solution.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I'm a boyadero?
No,
But,
no.
okay.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Alright, good talking to you, gotta run. Okay, so if it's not him, who else could have seen what was going on here with the lorry drivers? I love that I could zoom out really far now. I can see everyone here. Come on, you must have something to say.
The woman is still hunting.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
I still don't really understand this boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to on the Western Plain.
A boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream
cowboy.
Margret, the great steppes of northern Mesk. People like Manana at the gates have turned it into an ideology of sorts.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And they live happily ever after?
Don't be stupid. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man, one night. As he and his beloved are out walking along the river Margaret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring
I see
eyes.
it. I see it. I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws
Oh.
her body in the Margaret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's not where I thought that was going.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
That was extreme. Okay, he killed her. But before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the smuggler.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me. Is that all you woke me up to say?
What are you hauling?
Diamonds? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo.
I don't think I do know what you mean.
Of course you don't.
Okay.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman?
The
What I say?
adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Where can I get my hands on an experience like that? It sounds like a horrible drug, though.
If you don't...
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Oh! Everard sent me. Place finger on the side of your nose and tap twice.
Who the fuck is Irrat?
The union boss?
Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel. He's no Franco Negro. He's not even Hermenegildo the Hound.
Okay, let me put it this way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen... No, Lowman, diamonds. Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. Easy. Is this
I'm just going through
That's
the
correct.
dialogue on the stuff.
There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me? Or...
Alright,
I
fine.
think we're done here, no?
Some kind of superstar.
Yeah, I've internalized it. Yeah.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls.
Oh god.
It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Dope. Bonuses. Learning cap for visual calculus raised to 6. Learning cap for suggestion raised to 6. Learning cap for electrochemistry raised to 6. Learning cap for composure raised to 6. Sweet. I need to internalize more stuff. But I only have 1 skill point and I need to save it. Because just in case I need to add something here. Ooh, my suggestion. Charm men and women. I need a way to raise either Shivers, Inland Empire. I need more skills. I need more levels, more experience. Also, I need to know where these drugs are coming from. Wait, is there a way through here? No, there's none. Well, I had new dialogue with her. Maybe I have new dialogue with this guy. Man, that zoom out is so useful for navigating. Because I don't like using WSD.
Make way for the
this.
master poet. There are other addictions in my life now.
Do you finance those other addictions with
Why
drug
me?
trafficking?
Hey man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or
What? No, of
What's
course
your
not.
deal here?
Let me be straight. I've already said this before.
We
but
have a credible
maybe-
lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
You wouldn't say he's lying. Man, who is it then? There's no one else here. There's only the racist left. No one else has, like, they said from a vantage point. That guy had a vantage point. I thought I was so right.
Looking for something, Hunt?
If it's not you, then who's running drugs?
Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, he's gonna say.
Guess so.
I'm gonna go here. This is one of the lorries, right? There's a person up there, but I can't talk to any of these
A
people.
lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see,
Likely.
there he is, in front of the back end a book with ragged edges.
Yeah, I've already
Racist
read that.
nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual.
Okay, it's... Did this guy see anything? Oh, I thought I was right. Aw, what if it's Measurehead? This building is so messed. Maybe it's Kuno. Know anything about this mug? I'll just show him the mug.
Really?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Put this into the trash lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Alright, alright. Can't ask any of you? Okay. Maybe it's Kuno. I don't know. Maybe the girl in here? Would she know? The convenience store girl? Maybe she saw something. Convenience store girl.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or...
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It speaks to me. Oh, forget about all that. What's this? Fashion police feature? Point at the cover.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's numero uno guy in there right now, and does he look like this? Point at yourself. Her lazy eye scan up and down your body, assessing the situation.
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
We could be. All right, before we go on, what is this Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
Frit. What is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier.
She chews on her
It
gum with
doesn't.
disgust.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Got it. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash. Give her the novelty check and gain 25 real.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Yes. She rolls up the giant novelty check, looks like she's seen it before, and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That was easy. Worryingly so.
Does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really doesn't mean you know him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me about anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean what reality? Economic reality or...
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
No, tell me about the physical reality.
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit
No, I mean, where are on a larger scale?
as mankind or as a nation or...
What will her essay prompt be?
As mankind.
in a good place.
She rubs her face thinking.
I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09.
Huh?
The hands seem to be still.
Oh.
It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
The coalition. What's that? Someone told me there is one. Why am I
Our
asking her all these
government?
things?
Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
She taps the magazine on the counter. I mean, it's in your hand right now. Okay, I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore. Okay. I gave all my things to Tar, right?
The tear machine stabbed.
Tear.
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Woohoo! I made another 1 real. Should I buy the raincoat? What does the raincoat
You
give?
see several packaged raincoats.
1 endurance.
Fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and
Don't need that. I'm trying to save my money for things in case I need to buy something. Let's go check out the body. But I'm really upset that I can't. Maybe someone was standing on the balcony. I don't know. Who else would have had a good view? You would have had. How do I get up there? How did you get up there? Wait. Now that I zoomed out, I can see her. Hold on. How do I get up there? Is there stairs here? There's these stairs.
the door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant. This door can open.
Damn it. How? Is there another way there? I bet she had a good view. Damn it. How did you get here? Can I shout at you? Could I shout at you from here? Oh wait, I'll get to it later. Hold on. Oh, look at Kuno. He's such a jerk. Ooh. Wait, there's also this. Oh, I get it. The door goes into this building. Okay. I'll figure out how to get in there later. And the key goes into here. But I'm not gonna go there. Okay. Wow, Measurehead just cut the whole branch down. Okay, save.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Okay.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about? Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Don't we have someone else for this? Like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives.
Oh.
The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup to social work. Everything.
Wait, honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. Usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is Lieutenant Detective.
Yes, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
first, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest
What?
summit. And the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I have gardening gloves. Maybe they're enough.
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
Okay. We just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
Awesome. Open your ledger at the field autopsy. Wait, can I try and remove his boots?
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Fine, fine,
Damn
fine.
it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle. Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Okay. Open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Begin. 1 assistant.
That's you.
Right. Harry Dubois. That should be my name, right? Unless the Everard is messing with me. Right. Write the initials. I know the initials for sure are correct because of the badge or something. Write the
the
initials.
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date, 0803, and time of arrival, 0815, on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Oh. Shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone?
How would I know?
10:15. It's understated.
Sure. 10:15.
Good. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
NA.
Name.
Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
No, I'm gonna write what Kim said. Right, roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Ooh, race?
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky!
Kunos.
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Right, March 4th, 51.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803.1015 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11. Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What else? What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I agree. Wait. Oh. Well, we did interfere quite a bit. Evidence of treatment. None, at least not after the initial examination. Agreed. No. Okay, I'm just gonna agree.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
1. External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side and checks the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Oh, come on, Kuno.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I think the Kunos know something then about not only this, but also the drug smuggling. Write it down.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to,
I ought
you
to.
have deserved them more than anyone else.
Oh, I want them. When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Man, I really want these boots, but also this is like bad. That's a bad thing to do. I mean, I've done a lot of bad already, but just stealing a dead man's boots and then Kim said no. I'm just gonna admit the boots, and then if I get them, if I don't, then I'll be, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to write down the boots.
The boot has a serial number. It's
Oh.
E50.100.1.
Oh, did I accidentally press the wrong one?
The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters.
Well
Generally
nourished.
consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
In your head.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Ah, like rats. Write it
You
down.
get your mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah. I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out their rubber gripped cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Okay, good. Interfacing gave instructions. Great. I have a 72% chance, I swear to God. Please. Please.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap.
Yes.
The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
Oh my gosh, Kuno's gonna say something about this. He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I'm just gonna inspect it. Why would I inspect it? I'm gonna inspect the genitals.
The dead man's penis is average sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crop.
Oh gosh. Write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
I regret that. I shouldn't have inspected it. I'm sorry.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
This scarring is extensive, way more than a law official's.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Write it down.
Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. I'm gonna let Kim work, let the lieutenant work alone. No, I should also look. I want to look, pick up the hand.
The hand is surprisingly heavy to lift, filled with decay liquids. Feels as though it could explode if squeezed harder. You're suddenly repulsed, so much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
What, were you expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Okay, write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
He turns to the side to breathe. It's not enough. He buries his face in the sleeves of his jacket. You hear a muffled voice. Okay. Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
He looks at you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
The lieutenant grins. Oh, he likes that. I'll write NA.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and
Oh, this is
viscous.
disgusting.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Oh my god, no.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact.
Write it
And
down.
the respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
I want to look inside the dead man's mouth too.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air,
Ooh.
unlike anything living.
Getting the
You
shivers.
feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper inside. Oh shit.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Why did I do that? He lets go of the jaws, the mouth snaps shut before you. Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Hepatobiliary. Why, don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't even know what that is. He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts.
Am I an expert in those things?
Nothing in your alcohol-soaked memory directs to having forensic expertise on either one.
Okay, I don't think so
Neither
then.
am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Write any.
Same for toxicology and serology.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
Would obscure tidbits and odd trivia fit the fields?
No.
Oh. The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening?
Yeah.
At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine.
Oh.
But still, you should add a request.
Write NA and add toxicology requested.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground. The pool of feces there.
This
Ooh.
will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly. Write it down, keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung. I don't think we should mention that. Better not to muddy the waters.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Kim said. He was just like, don't mention him. I'm like, I won't.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
1, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage.
Oh, that's
to the
right.
body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write it down.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Maximum velocity.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark. Finish the autopsy.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck
Ooh.
is visible.
This is giving me shivers. Like, I'll randomly get shivers. It's so gross.
Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
What did he say about the marks? Hold on. Dark red, abraded ligature mark encircled the neck with a gap of the neck. I see hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. So that means it was made prior to death, right? That would be a fatal injury. Because it's not coagulated blood, it's... Wait, where did they say about the... Okay. But no signs of clawing on the neck. That's what's getting to me. It says hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. But why didn't he claw at his neck if he was like being strangled? When you claw at your neck? What did he say about the other injuries? Bite marks. He just said that they're predation injuries. Scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. Bleeds? Does not have the rim of an early... How come that's so descriptive? But when it comes to like this, a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck with a gap on the nape measuring. Based on the hemorrhaging on the skin, I'm gonna say that it was probably the fatal. The part that's throwing me off is the no signs of clawing on the neck. I don't think he was restrained either. I'm just gonna say it's I'm gonna say it's a fatal injury. He said that his hyoid or whatever, hyoid bone is fractured. Probably was fatal, wasn't it?
That's it. We have established cause of death.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks. If we are lucky.
Weeks?
I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
We did so good. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about
There's
you.
nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were
A
alive?
killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Corpo. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
Okay.
Also, see me in your dreams.
Search the body. We're probably gonna get... Oh, I have so many skill points. Do I want... I don't... do I want another point in perception? Or... I mean, I could always... This is a white check. I can just leave. Wait, let's leave. Maybe I have an item. Perception item. It's yellow, right? Do I have any minuses on here? No. Check twice to see whether you're done with all the corpse related. Okay, I won't send it away. I won't send the body away yet.
The man is deep. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes.
I'm gonna
a
try
deep
this perception
breath.
check, and if I fail, I'm not gonna let him bag it. We'll just try.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this? What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
All up his nostrils?
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push your fingers in his nose?
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
Why am I doing this?
The fuck is he doing?
I don't know. You hear a voice squeak. It sounds very far away.
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Put your fingers in his mouth. Oh, why am I doing this?
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
I'm not gonna play with it. That's so gross. Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate,
Is what?
you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
What the hell is that? Say abrasion collar.
Abrasion collar.
The lieutenant looks in. There's a pen in his hand. His notebook is open at the copy paper.
Kuno is silent.
Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Oh gosh, put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Ah, shit, see?
Feel around
The
first.
basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Deep.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. This is what he used to regulate his emotions with.
There's a cavity right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Kuno's voice is hushed. Push
Your
deeper.
fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Why is my only option to wriggle in more? Wriggle
Your
in.
fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly.
This is so gross.
Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
Is that why he struggled? Did he get shot?
We have the makings of very small exit wound here.
The lieutenant leans closer.
Forget about the fucking exit wound. wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
I am. Okay, precise spot of exit wound interfacing. Okay, fish it out. Ugh. Oh god, I don't even have gloves on. I have fingerless gloves on.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Whisper, I got it.
My pig's fucking got it.
What? What is it?
Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove.
Ah,
Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
my whole hand fit in there?
Fucking beautiful.
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You've earned it.
I've earned it? It's not evidence? The lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
A goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment?
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I have had my doubts since we found no signs of struggle on his wrist.
Yeah.
No claw marks on his neck. Why? Why didn't he fight for his life? There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here.
Yeah.
As we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
That is a very real possibility. Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him. Huh?
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it does not explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something.
Yeah.
The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
I think I need... Maybe the bullet holds more answer.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I agree. I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do.
Yeah.
I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone. What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing.
He looks at you in
Great
the
work,
eye.
Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Do I want to take Dead Man's boots? I want his boots. That means he has to be gone the next day. Because if I wait for him to sleep, then I take his boots, then I can send him off tomorrow night. Do I want the boots that badly? Oh, kitten's messing with my mouse. I will feed you, kitty. One moment. I think I want to try and get the boots. So we'll have to send it tomorrow. We leave. I'll get the boots when Kim is asleep. And then the next night we send him off. I don't know why I want the boots. I just want them. Let's interact with this
The bullet
bullet.
is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
The lieutenant steps closer. I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of
It's
metal
not mine, thank
loaded
God.
from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
For a while, I was so worried that it was mine. Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
It's a jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeter in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
How about the old rifles that we found in that little, like, hideaway?
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating.
Yeah.
We need to find the gun that shot
He
it.
likes this. Okay. Hand-eye coordination, legendary. Try to determine what type of weapon shot this.
A rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle.
Those are the
a Revacholian
rifles.
manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Continue.
Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you.
I do.
The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area.
Yeah.
It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking?
I think I know where this came from. Dangle the bag thoughtfully.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Belmargrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Revachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what? Getting shot?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the
Oh.
first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Okay, now I know what he means by these breach loading. Something mysterious is afoot with this antique. It could be any of these. It could be an antiques enthusiast. It could be a guerrilla fighter. Could be some jamrock bangers. I don't know. Something mysterious is afoot with this antique bullet type.
Mysterious? Okay. Either way, we'll know when
Oh,
we find the gun.
mysterious, as in like that type of mysterious. The bullet has nothing more to say. Put it away. Interesting. Oh, I never picked up my Hyundai. My Hyundai book. I have money for it now. Oh, let's go buy our Hyundai. Are they still open? What's this? Oh, I have 3 skill. Oh, I have 3 points. Where do I want to put it in? I want more in like Shivers or Inland Empire. What is rhetoric again? Persuasion. Oh, it's kind of like suggestion in a way, but in the intellectual aspect. Don't know. I want to internalize more stuff. Okay, I have to choose something to internalize though, because I don't know. Magnesium-based life form. What does this do to me? Maximum mag. Does that help with my morale? Make my morale better? Oh no, art degree. I want an art degree. I don't know why. Until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. Demean the mediocrity of works and visual institutions around you. Let's be insufferable. Wait, what are these? How many of oh gosh, there's a lot. Maybe I should chill out with this. Okay, wait. I have to read the descriptions of all of these. I won't do it right now, just so I can pick something. Okay, I'm just saving up my skills. Hold on. I don't know what I want to get. I don't know what I want to do. I want everything. How many of these pips can I stack up? Composure. I need to find drugs or alcohol to level this up. I have alcohol. I want more shivers. Where's my alcohol? 1. How do I drink it? How do I drink it? Drink it. How do I drink it? I don't know how to drink it. Oh, they're closed for the night. Alright, fine. Oh, wait. Is this how I drink it?
Yes?
Nope. Maybe I have to drink it inside here? Okay, don't talk to them yet because they're bad.
Can I help you?
I have to sleep here tonight because I need to steal those boots. That's gonna happen. So I need to pay my bill. There's nowhere else to sleep unless can I sleep. Because where's Kim gonna sleep?
Got the 20 real?
As much as it pains me. Yep.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Okay, there's a place to sleep apparently for free. I don't know where, maybe the bench, but I need Kim to be able to sleep somewhere so that I could steal those boots. So this is my last night I'm paying, and then I'll find another place to sleep. Goodbye. Could I drink my wine here? How do I drink it? Drink. I really don't know how to drink it. Pressing buttons. Nope. Someone help me. I don't know how to drink the alcohol in my hands. I can't remember how I did it last time.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant. This door can...
God damn it.
Yes? What about me? Good.
Did I do another debrief? Backyard wall. Oh, I can do... Oh, crap. I forgot about that wall. Hold on. God damn it. I might as well do it because I think I had a low check for that. Or I had... Yeah. I had a low percentage chance. I might as well try it every chance I get. That shows me the ones I haven't done yet, right? Run! This wall here. This one.
Just an ordinary wall.
Oh no,
Nothing
I had
to see
50%
here.
chance. In the dimming light, some things become clearer. Oh. Why am I looking at this wall?
Yeah. Why? It's a wall.
A
An
50-50
ordinary
chance.
Why must we stop?
I don't know, but I constantly want to look at it. Map. What else do we have? We have mirror, Lena, Manfim Himdal, box of sunglasses, barbell. Where was the barbell again? Oh shoot, it was in... I don't want to do the barbell again. No, I do. All right, let's do all of that. And then we will go to sleep. Sleep. Okay, let's look at the box of sunglasses too. It was somewhere here, right? Like down here. At least walking around, time doesn't move. It's only when I do stuff, so we still have time. Box of sunglasses. Here?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
Try again. Maybe you can
100%
find some
guarantee.
interesting sunglasses. Ooh! Ah, I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Sub-Insulindic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses. Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry.
A sea
Giant,
monster?
Hidden and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. All right. But these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer.
Wow.
You look so cool.
The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep, sea-tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Kim, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Where is it? Oh, 3 real. It's a steal. I'm gonna take him.
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. +2 inland. I have a minus perception now though. Okay, now that I have these great sunglasses. Barbell. We can enter. There is another way. L'origine du disco? Why is there l'origine du disco here?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Have people from Everard's Clare's Union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday. Looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls.
No, man.
They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip. But you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
No.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Thanks for the review.
Sure, man.
I am racing against time here to find out who took my gun. I have no idea who bought it. Okay, tomorrow that water lock will also open up. Let's try the barbell. I don't know why I'm doing it. Okay, I can go in through here. Here we go. I'm back at the barbell.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Lift the barbell. I've injured myself again. Well. Yep, I will heal
You
myself.
managed to hoist it off the ground, but the... See? This place is cursed.
Seems like I'm a little out of shape. Or is it the gloves just suck?
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
That's what I need, weightlifting gloves. Okay, I don't know why I tried it again with such a low check, knowing what would happen. Maybe those checks I already know how it fails. I will save it for when I get proper attire or proper pluses. I bought more health stuff at the grocery convenience store. So I had 5. I have to ask Lena and the mirror. I forgot about the hymn doll. Okay, Lena, what are we asking you about?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Maybe I could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
There's really
Yes.
no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you've studied. Could you please just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple.
One.
This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Ooh, tough choice there.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. What? What is the most dangerous cryptid?
The gnome of Jeroma.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
Ooh, what does this cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Yeah, why?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
What happened? Hello? Aw, the game bugged out. Oh, this was my last save. Aw, I have to do the cryptid thing again. Okay, I will catch up to that.
Put it in a jar
this
of
part.
formaldehyde. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature
Ew.
itself.
Cool.
A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Sure.
Alas. Always, alas.
Always,
and then it was
alas.
gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
It seems very convenient that it just disappeared and nothing like it was seen. No, I believe her. I believe Lena. That was perfectly good explanation. Stop being so skeptical.
Sure. A perfectly good explanation. It dissolved in its own venom. Go on then. Ask about more gnomes or whatever.
I do want to ask, is this a cryptid on the pen you gave me? Take out the pen she gave you.
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Oh. Fine, I'll do it when he leaves. Alright, it'd be... Right, okay, we can move on for now.
He nods approvingly.
Okay, when he leaves to bring the body, I'll ask her more. That's all for now, ma'am. If I remember. I want to go to the mirror. The only thing I'm forgetting to do is the Hyamdal series. Yeah, the rest of it. Although, oh shoot, there's a lot more. Why can't I scroll down? I had more white checks. Boarded door. Wait, aren't these done? These are done, right? Why are they white? I could have sworn those are done. Okay, let's go to my mirror. Wait, see you in the morning.
Yes?
Well, I checked the mirror first.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned.
Okay, wait, hold on. This is one thing that I'll save scum, because if
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
I tried to
wall.
stop the
In
expression,
it, your
I want to know
face,
what my face looks like.
adorned with the expression. Still not happening. It was.
Alright, let the mirror be for now. Let's go steal those books. The boots. I don't know why I want to steal them. I want to steal them so badly. And then tomorrow Kim can bring the body. Tomorrow night. Not during the day. I need him. Oh, I forgot I only have 3 health because I didn't go back to the convenience store. I'll go back there and buy. Here we go.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature.
Okay, try to remove
and
the dead
more
man's
like
boots
a-
again.
The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
Wow. Kuno's little sneak pig's back for the booty.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us, liar cop.
Pull on the right boot.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Fall on the left
It
boot.
feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. Just relax. This is easy. This is happening.
Try to twist the boots off one by one.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Gross.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good. Puka style.
Puka.
Hell, keep at it, pig.
Take stock of the damage.
The legs look like they've been clawed at by
Ugh.
wild animals. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly.
I will.
Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Ooh. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's see if I still had that white check from Kuno.
Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain
I
like that too?
do.
Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Okay. What's going on with this kid?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around.
Okay.
And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Kuno, you must have seen all kinds of things throwing stones, want to help the RCM bust a murderer.
Fuck no! What are you? Fucking mentally handicapped?
Kuno, they've almost made you a snitch now.
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
He nods big boy style, incredibly proud of himself.
He'd rather die than work with the justice system.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again tomorrow.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, but there are more then. Oh, now I can scroll down. There's Measurehead, there's a net warded door. Inside the bookstore map wall. Which trash container was that? Okay, now it won't scroll again. Well, we'll work our way through it. Let's wash these boots. What am I supposed to do?
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
Check out the cookware.
A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Check out the cleaning supplies.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now.
Okay, the boots are really disgusting, so pour some dish soap and the bottle of white vinegar into the pot.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil.
All right. Add water, add the boots to the pot, bring it all to a nice boil.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
Wait.
Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Wait some more.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh
God.
are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too, just like beef stew.
Add a little more.
That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Dump the sock and flesh stew and examine your new boots.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Master chef out. Dope. That looks sick. But I'm gonna cook with my green boots. I'll only wear them when I need them. Alright, so I have the boots. Goodness. Now to go wash myself. I can go wash myself, right? In the bathtub?
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Run yourself a bath.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks.
Oh my god.
Like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Imagine
You
something.
see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you.
Why
It's
are we
going to
thinking
take
about
more
this?
than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the
Yay.
water cools.
Get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Yay, I healed my health. What else do I have to do today before I go to sleep? Did I couldn't speak to him. When I went in the kitchen, there was nothing. Maybe I have to get him while he's cooking it. Find all the armor pieces. Well, I'll have one. Interrogate the drivers. I already did that. No, what's going on? Can someone help me with this? Like, I already talked to all 3 drivers and none of them are saying anything other than pointing at the guy. But I believe he, like the poet guy, I believe he's innocent. Or I'm just being naive. Well, don't give me like, don't tell me the answer. But like, what am I missing? It said that someone perched up high. Is it the girl on top of the roof? How do I get there? Don't answer that. I will figure out how to get there. I have to get my badge. Find morale. Find speed. I need speed. Find smokes. Oh, I should have bought cigarettes. I need to get Kuno to talk to me. I need to find a way there. Okay. All that's left is to go to bed. And that's it for day 2. Ah, day 2 is done.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver.
Oh no.
As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
I'm an artist and liver damage is my art. Or, yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them, especially Kim.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
They are, except Puno.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Yeah. Open your eyes. What a beautiful dream I had. Sorry, Mill. Whoa, why did it get all red for a moment? Wow, that sleep was crazy. And this is where we will leave the episode since we had a nice good sleep. We're on to day 3 now, so we can go through the water lock today. Millie and I will go and do stuff for the rest of the day now. But I do want to play some more, so I might play some more later. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the advice and tips you give me. I will prioritize looking for a free place to sleep now because I don't want to keep stressing about money and paying 20 real a night. So we'll go look for one today. So until the next one, guys, take care. Bye-bye, good night. Look at the camera.